Hey, how's it going, everybody? So, as you can see, the awakening is upon us. This is a way to add stats to your heroes. Basically, you can awaken each of their stars based on how far they're ascended, and that comes with it a stat boost. So, I want to talk about my perspective on this. I didn't do one of the launch videos. It kind of felt like that preliminary information was covered well enough. I wanted to spend some time thinking about this stuff and come back with my analysis on how you should use this, if you should use this, when you should use this, who you should use this on, all those kinds of questions. And that's what we're going to cover in this video. So if you haven't tried Gemstone Legends yet, come check it out and play alongside me. It's another really fun and deep strategy RPG like Empires and Puzzles, but with some fun new twists, and a lot of people from Empires and Puzzles have already joined. Not only can you help out the channel by using the download link in the description of this video, but if you enter the code #Spock_2021 hashtag in the global chat, you can get a nice starter bonus including gold, gems, gold scrolls, and a free epic hero Elidor, all valued at about $50. Once you join, you'll also get access to a set of beginner events where you can earn another epic hero Soliana, a 5-star legendary set of equipment, which is what you use to boost the stats and performance of your heroes, and a platinum scroll for another epic or legendary hero in the game. Those links and codes are in the description down below. Just be sure to enter that code in the global chat after finishing the tutorial within 24 hours of downloading the game, and I look forward to seeing you all there. If you want, and let me know right now in the comments below, be sure to also leave a like on this video and subscribe. But if you want me to do a video showcasing what sort of heroes you should use to fight against these bosses, let me know in the comments down below. That would be too much for this video, but I'm happy to go into that. They all require a slightly different approach, I think, but if you want that kind of strategy information, let me know and we can cover that. So to go into the basics, we have 6 new rifts, 5 of each color and 1 of a neutral color. And what you can do is you can spend these resources that you're going to get from these things, which are these different dusts, these different size quantities of dust. And this will allow you to add stats to your heroes. So the way it works is all heroes can have up to 6 stars. So there are four of those stars are just general stat boosts of 5% attack, 5% HP, and 5% defense. And 2 of those stars, are bonuses based on the utility of the hero. So some of them might gain speed, some of them might gain even more attack, some of them might gain HP, etc., etc. You get the idea. So all of them will have that distribution, but the bonuses appear at different places. The bonuses appear always at the 6th star, and always at the star the hero was summoned at. So rare heroes will get the first bonus at star 3, epic at star 4, legendary at star 5. So that covers the basics. Basically, my overall perspective on this is if you're earlier in the game, don't make this a priority. It's important, but the boosts are not huge enough that they're game changing. So overall, if you do, say you have a legendary hero and you do the first 4 stars, those are all just the basic boosts. You're getting a 20% boost to defense, HP, and attack. That is equivalent to upgrading your equipment. So if you don't already have solid equipment on your heroes, the awakening is not going to make up for that. The awakening is, in my opinion, the cherry on top of the ice cream sundae, so to speak, where you don't just want to eat a bowl of cherries if you're in the mood for an ice cream sundae, but the cherry on top is a nice little addition. You need to have your equipment solid. So these first 2 rifts are still totally relevant and a higher priority if you're still trying to establish solid heroes. If you have a decent amount of really well-equipped heroes like I do, maybe about 8 really versatile, strong heroes, then it's fine to spend some energy and some time on the awakening, some of your multi-battles, to make those heroes even better, because that will give you an advantage. If you're still building up and you've maybe gotten your first 6-star, do not worry about this yet. Keep farming the first 2 rifts, the Dark Woods and the Ashen Grove, keep farming those the most, keep farming for XP so you can level up more heroes, and keep the Awakening on your radar. You know, you can play it sometimes, but it's not a priority right away. It's a way for players who have been playing longer to see some improvements. So I've had a hard time making gains on some heroes because I really need a perfect piece of equipment to swap out for another one, or a perfect piece in a specific set, and that can be really hard to do. However, I can get a huge boost in the Awakening and don't need to be farming for equipment as hard. So that's worth it in that case. You only have so much energy to spend. There's a lot of stuff going on. You have XP farming, you have equipment farming, and now you have this dust farming. So make sure I'm trying to explain this from my perspective as well as I can so you can understand where on the spectrum you fall and what is most important for you to focus on. Soon after I awaken some of my better heroes, I will go back to farming the first 2 rifts really hard again for more equipment because I want to ascend some new heroes, and I don't have enough equipment at the caliber that I would like to make those heroes as good as possible, and the Awakening certainly cannot do it on its own. So let's look at some of these heroes, and I want to show you how you can understand what stats they get and what you might want to prioritize. As you can see, they make it very clear with these timers when each one's going to be available. You can prioritize what colors to focus on based on what heroes you care about the most. For example, I don't have any green heroes that I'm that interested in right now, so I didn't worry about the green rift, and I went back to farming the white rift here. And that's one thing I want to mention real quick. For every Awakening, you always need some of this white moon dust or stardust, whatever these things are, in addition to each color. So you're going to need 5 times as much of this kind as anything else. So make sure you're not only farming the color ones or you're going to get stuck. So basically when the green one came about, I played through it all the way and I finished it, and then I went back to farming this one again. And I farmed the blue for a while and then came back to this one again. This one's always open. The moon forest is always open. And so make sure you keep that in mind. Again, if you want to see videos on how to beat these so that you can create a good farming team for level 20, let me know in the comments and I will keep that in mind for a future video. Okay, so let's look at some heroes. Here I have my Aurora, who you can see is very solidly equipped. She's got 6-star equipment all the way around. She's got strong pieces from the caster set to get her mana gain up to 25. Her tomes are maxed, in a very, very solid position, and that's why I decided to go with the Awakening for her. So because she is a legendary, again, these first 4 stars are only going to be the base stats, and then she gets her bonuses after that. Of course, it's exponentially more expensive when you get there, but keep that in mind. So if you want to know, based on a hero that you have, what their bonuses are going to be, click on them here, click Awake, go to the stars at the top, and it will show you what you're getting. So you can see those boosts at the beginning, and then she's going to get 2 boosts to speed for a total of 20 speed. That is probably one of the best abilities in here for a hero like her. So I will be doing that eventually, not yet because it's important to have the heroes on your team have their speeds tuned to one another, and if I make her too fast, that means Martin goes last, and if Martin goes last, my chances of winning decrease. So eventually I will be doing this for her because plus 20 speed is huge at this level, and yeah, bringing her up close to 350 will be fantastic. So that's how you can see what's going to happen. You can also look at your inventories of dusts here. So so you can see awake here to increase. It shows you what's coming next. You can see some quantities here of the big dusts, and you can see I'm stacking up my whites a lot more than the other colors. If you click on Dust Merger, this will show you your inventory of all the different dusts that you have, and it gives you a way to convert between them. You can see I have 95 small moon dusts. The small dust is good for rare heroes, so don't convert it all. But I can convert this into larger dusts into medium basically by spending some coins, and you can convert medium into large for coins as well. It can get expensive, so I'd recommend not relying on this feature a whole lot. If you're impatient and you only need a few more or something like that, I'd say go for it. But all levels of these dusts are used across all heroes of different rarities, and I would not recommend doing this only for your legendary heroes. Any good hero can benefit from this. So let's look at a few more bonuses and start to give you an idea of who you might want to use this on and why. Okay, so we saw with Aurora that she was going to gain speed, which is awesome. So here's my Zarkon, and I was really hoping they would give him a bonus of speed, but let's take a look. So we're going to hit Awake. We're going to click on the stars. Oh, he's getting resistance. I don't value resistance on this hero. I will probably do the first 4 stars because I really like this hero, and any stat boost is a win, in my opinion. But the huge cost of these bonuses, I don't think these are worth it for him. I don't really care about his resistance. Sure, more of anything is better, but that's not what I prioritize here, and we will be limited on these quantities, so you're going to have to choose carefully. So this is a situation where I would look at the bonus and go, not worth it for me, So let's look at a couple others and see when this might be more critical. A hero that I'm definitely interested in spending these materials on is Arthur. This is a hero that I've invested a lot into and is probably, I think without a doubt, my strongest hitter. So you can see his stats here, pretty high attack, room for improvement across the board. Defense is lower than it needs to be. But where he really shines is crit rate and crit damage. Those are really high together. So if we're going to look at what he's going to gain from this, he'd be worth it for the stat boosts in general. So even if he gains something like accuracy or something that's irrelevant to him, I would still do the first 4. But if we look at what he's actually getting, crit damage, amazing. That is like perfectly in line with what he needs based on the hero that he is and based on what can improve the hero that I already have. So granted, the equipment is a key part, and you can see I've got very solid equipment. I don't really have set bonuses because I didn't have the right pieces in those sets, so for me this was the better option. But that plus 30% crit damage will get him to 211% crit damage, which is the highest that I have personally ever seen. And if I slowly substitute in some better equipment pieces, this guy's going to be an absolute monster. So for me, that bonus is perfectly tuned with how he is built, both in my roster and as a hero individually. It's always important to try to get the crit rate of your attacking heroes at 115% or as close to it as you can before you worry about crit damage. So being that I have that condition met, adding to it further is awesome. Okay, so we have Finbo here, who I was just talking about in a different video. At 6 stars, let's take a look at what he's going to get. Okay, he's going to get a 20% boost to crit rate. Crit rate, of course, very different from crit damage and might not be as valuable. If you already have equipment on him, well, here's one thought. If you already have equipment on him and his crit rate is at an appropriate level, which in this case should be 115% so that he's landing a crit at all times, that's what I aim for, and then increase crit damage after that. Let's look at what his crit rate is. He's almost there. So he's at 108. So I could do the first bonus, take him up to 4 stars or even 5 stars, and that will be a direct improvement. That will mean he's going to land crits at all times and he'll get all those stat boosts. But I don't know if I'd do the 6th star. What it could let you do is it could let you approach some of your equipment a little bit differently, because if you're gaining crit rate, permanent crit rate boost from the Awakening, then you might be able to change the equipment you have on him to prioritize crit damage a little bit more, and that could be an improvement. But anyways, just look through these heroes, look at the stats, look at the bonuses, and decide, is the way I use this hero going to be positively impacted by the bonus that I'm getting from this? And keep in mind, like in the case of Zarkon, yeah, more resistance is better. That could keep him alive longer. But is it worth using the highest quantities of the rarest forms of material here? For me, that's a big no. So check around your roster, start to prioritize who you think is better. And again, only worry about this if you're at the point where you have a decent amount of good heroes maxed already with good equipment. Don't worry about this if you're still building things up. Just know that this will be an aspect of gameplay that you'll be coming to eventually, but not something that you need to prioritize now. So I think that covers as much as I want to in this video without getting too long-winded about it, which I have a tendency to do because I have a lot to say about the stuff that I think a lot about. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you want to see those strategy videos for beating these boss levels, let me know. If you want more information about other aspects of the Awakening, or you feel like I left something out, or you have any questions, throw that in the comments below. Someone else might even answer. There's a lot of knowledgeable people in this community now, and it keeps growing every single day. So don't be shy about reaching out about that. And yeah, there definitely will be more videos on this coming because this is a big addition to the game and one that I personally find very exciting. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.